couple of years ago, okay, a couple might be exaggerating a bit, or 15 years ago, there was this television show, and it gathered quite a fandom, and people liked it, and I can see why. It's charming, and it's fun, and it was cancelled. They even had a nice knitted helmet. Is it knitted or is it crocheted? I'm not sure. But still, they cancelled the show, and I can't imagine why. But now, there are many people who want to play this in this universe and be the characters in the show. And there aren't that many games, board games, that can do this the right way, maybe. So, we have Xia, Legend of a Drift System. It does not try to mimic the series Firefly at all, but it really reminds me of the show. I just wish there was a board game with a title like that. But anyway, we're gonna check out Xia.
Hello.
This episode was brought to you by my excellent Patreon supporters at patreon.com/talkers. They have voted this game to be the next game in line. And I shudder to think of the next game they voted for me. But I have to do it. Okay, anyway, I appreciate all the support I can get, even if it's comments or sharing of my videos. And yeah, especially if you're a Patreon supporter and you can vote for the next game I'm going to review. It's really nice. Okay, thank you. Well, this is Xia, Legend of a Drift System. It's not Xia, but Xia, according to the developer on his Kickstarter page. So yeah, this was Kickstarted back in the days, and as far as I know, this is the Kickstarter version, but it's also the version that's available in retail. I don't have the Sellsword expansion. I do have one bonus mission here, which is not in the retail, but I'm not going to mention that anymore. And you don't get this mat here. This mat is separate purchase from somewhere else. But what you do get are very nice painted miniatures that are already set up on these stilts. You get a lot of player mats with a lot of different ships. You get a whole lot of mission cards and a whole stack of tiles to explore, and this stack is very nice cut, so you can't really tell the difference. You get a lot of Tetris pieces, and you get a lot of fame points cards and metal money. Yeah, I know. And you get cubes. Fantastic cubes that represent resources. But okay, I can accept it for this time, but it would be much better to have this plasma actually been plasmic and drip upon the problem. Yeah, I'm gonna accept the cubes because they are plastic and they are cool colors. But what is this game about? This is the player area, and as you see, it's very limited at the moment. But you will use this area to win the game. And how do you win? Well, you need to earn fame, and here is a fame point track. Before the game starts, you choose a number. Yeah, you can choose. And when someone reaches a number of fame points, they win the game. So the more numbers you have here, or higher number, the longer the game will be. 5 is for the first time and is very short. 10 is a bit short as well. 15 is it's okay length, but 20 is a bit too long again. So that's my opinion though, but you choose and decide. So it's really nice that you can just choose this. So what to do here is to navigate in this space or galaxy, and luckily each player will get one of these cards here, and it says how to win. And there are plenty of different methods here to gain fame points, and they're all equally valuable to explore. On the back side here, you can see what you can do on your turn. So that far, it's very easy. Well, there are many ways to win this game like yes, on this card. You can, for instance, be a pirate and rob the cargo ship here, the NPC, or rob other player, of course. You can choose to just trade between the planets and do that way, or you can even just hunt people down and shoot them. And you can even help people, other players, if they're stuck somewhere. You can help them and you gain points for that. Or you can gain some titles and become more infamous than the other ones. Many ways to gain points, and they're all kind of equally attractive to do. But it all depends on what the players choose to do, because you have to react on the other players. But here is my ship, Easy Tiger. It's a small plastic ship here, and it has a lot of information on it. So let's just zoom in here and check it out. Well, this is my ship, and as you can see, it has a lot of elements on this board here. You see here we have a lot of squares. It's room for cargo and gear, equipment, like this engine here or this shield. On my turn you can do plenty of stuff, but you have these 4 cubes here that can activate stuff on your ship. For instance, I can move power here to activate the engine. And here I roll a 6. So I take a 6-sided die and I roll it. And I move, hooray, 1. Hang on, this sounds like a... Oh, I'm gonna steal a soundtrack here from Flip the Table, guys. A roll and move game.
Surprise! Just like...
Yeah, so this is a kind of a roll and move game. You have here an impulse, you can flip it over once per round. I can move up to 3 steps. But otherwise, I have to use this and roll it. 3. So it goes from 1 to 6. And even on the stronger engines, you can go from up to 12, but also down to 1. Not the best choice, I think, to have 1 is always the minimum. And yeah, it really feels like a roll and move game. But let's say you're being attacked. You can react when it's not your turn by activating your shield, and you roll a die there as well. After your turn is done though, these kegs here are moved to disarmed. To arm them you have to spend energy, and you see here you have energy. So you can spend 1, 2, 3 to move 1, 2, 3 kegs up here and arm them. If you ever go down here, you will be stranded. And then a helpful other player can come and give you energy, but they will also gain fame points for doing so. So each ship is very different. They have a different amount of energy. They have a different impulse speed. They have a different visual appearance, of course. Different build-up here and spaces. And a unique special ability here. So this one is Easy Tiger. It costs energy to use, but they're all different. On your turn, you have 2 types of actions to do. A minor action and a major action. The key difference is that the minor action doesn't really affect anything here. The major action is such an action that you have to stop the ship to do it. So let's say you have 10 movement points and you move 1 to 3 to get what you want, and you do a major action. You just have to throw away the 7 remaining steps you have, because you have to stop the ship and focus on the task at hand. So you will just throw away any momentum you have. That's a major action. But let's say here you have this mission spot here. If you move through this, you can pick up a new mission on the way just by calling the guys there or whatever, and you fly past it. Now I did something illegal here. I moved into this nebula without doing a test, and we'll get into that later. But the actions, as long as you have something to do on the spot and enough of these barrels here, armed barrels, you can do a lot of stuff on your turn. And lastly, if you're on a planet, there's no planets here right at the moment, you can do a trade action and you can upgrade your ships and repair your ship and stuff. So that's all well and good. And while people are doing that, the next player can start a turn. But I'm just gonna get this over with. The number of players really affects my feeling of this game, because the downtime when you come to the late mid-game is kind of huge. You always have these 4 barrels here to do the actions. You never get more barrels, but you can do more stuff because you can reach further, you can buy more because you have larger ships, and yeah, well, there are a lot of more options available to you as you upgrade your ships and upgrade your stats. And things will take a while. So with 3 players, the game goes for 3 to 5 players, it's okay. I enjoy this. I do notice the downtime at the moment, but it's okay. With 4 players, I tend to get bored because it's too long before it's my turn again, and 5 players, well, you can only imagine. So I guess because when it's not my turn, the only thing I can do is to react if someone shoots at me. There's nothing else I can do on my turn. I can just observe. But okay, let's go on to the more details of the game. A typical turn goes like this. It's my turn now. So I can go in here, for instance, but then I have to move to go in there. And I also want to go in here to get a mission because I'm not satisfied with my current mission. But I also want to scan some areas around here. But okay, our major action is to scan an area. I could just move in and go blindly, but then I could end up in Zaya, the sun, and I will die. And yes, you can die a lot in this game. But actually I'm standing still, I don't have any movement point at the moment, so I will scan this area here. And this is a clever part. Take a new tile from the top, and this is a planet. And I'll look at the symbol here, where I'm going into. So at first I have to announce where I'm scanning, but of course it's only one space here. I find the corresponding symbol here, and place it like so. And yeah, you can't see it on camera now, but it doesn't matter the other symbols, as long as this symbol matches where you came from and where you're going. So I scan this one, it's Lunari, it's a planet, and you can go here to, let's see, you can go here to buy stuff or sell stuff. But you see, this is surrounded by a shield and an opening here. So you can only go through the opening, but you can try to go through the shield, but it's really dangerous and you can become a criminal and you can even die again. So actually I'm just going to roll a die and see what I can do. 2, that's not so good. I can go in here. 1, but I entered the nebula. So now I have to check the rules for how to treat that. And on the back side of the rulebook, you see how to treat all the kinds of dangerous areas on the board you have to face. So the nebula, you roll a d20. To succeed here, you have to go from 11 to 20 to succeed. If I go below 11, let's say 1 to 10, I take 1 to 10 of damage. So, let's see. 16, I'm safe. If it was 9, I would have taken 9 energy damage and I would be stranded. But I'm safe. So now I can move freely within the nebula as long as I don't move out again. So let's see, this is a minor action to pick it up. It's 1000 credits, so that's nice. I take the money. And I have 1 movement left, so I'm gonna go towards this one here. So I'm gonna roll again. 4, a bit better. So 1, do a minor action and put up a mission. Pick up the mission. And the mission tells you a lot of things. It can be a lawful mission like this one. You have to go somewhere, complete a mission, and then go somewhere else to deliver it. And it can be just trading, or it can be exploration, or it can be, well, a lot of blues here. It can be, let's see here. It can be these red ones with some more offensive or hostile actions to do. But the missions are secret until you actually do it or attempt it. So, this 1, 2, I can go 3, 4, and I can scan here, because now I stopped, I can do a major action, I can just forfeit the rest of my movement and scan outside here. So just check the symbol again, find a new tile, check the symbol, and match it. Where is it? There it is. Like so. And I can scan here as well, so I'm just going to do that because I can, and well, let's see. Here. So I place the new exploration. Oh, nothing. And this is a wormhole, a gateway, that connects with another gateway, and it's totally random where it appears. But that is a typical turn, and I can still do more stuff because I have more barrels, I can move more, and I even have impulse, so I still have much more to do, but I'm not going to bore with that. But you see, there are many things to do in this game, and this is just a typical turn in the beginning of the game. If you gather enough gold or money, you can actually upgrade your ship. But before you choose to upgrade your ship, there's one thing to keep in mind. If you are a tier 1 ship and you die, you just respawn somewhere else. No problem. But if you choose to upgrade, the next time you die, when it's your turn, you have to pass. Yeah, you have to just say ready, okay, next round I'm coming in. So you lose valuable resources or things to do on what could have been a turn, but it's also very boring. Like with 5 players, I think the game is a bit long. But imagine if you have 10 players, or 9 rather, because well, you have to watch the 4 other players twice before it's your turn. It's horrible. Also, dying in this game is really painful, and because it's boring, basically. So it really discourages the use of taking chances. And well, I'm gonna get back to that. When you upgrade your ship, you will of course replace this board here with a new ship. And well, that's handy dandy. But one thing I like, the special ability of the ship you replace, keep it. Yeah, so the next ship you choose has also a special ability, and you have both, and you have a new ship. So if you upgrade a 3rd time, you can upgrade 3 times, you have 3 abilities here. And the sooner you upgrade, the more of these new ships you can choose from, of course. So you want to do that, and the new ships are way more powerful than the old ones. They have a lot more space for guns and bigger shields and torpedoes and missiles, so yeah, it is a lot. It's nice to upgrade, but just don't die. I'm not going to mention the combat, because the combat is basically what the biggest flaw of the game is. It is these 4 here. I don't mind dice in games, I don't. I really like randomness sometimes, but this game, it really takes it to a new level. Okay, so for instance, you have a level 3 ship with the biggest engine, the most modern engine, and you have this piece of crap Millennium Falcon thingy, and well, Millennium Falcon can do the castle run fast, of course, but mostly it's going to do this. Light speed. So 1 to 6. But then you have the Lamborghini of spaceships, and go ahead and what was that? I mean, you have this high definition engine or whatever it's called, and you roll a 1. So the Millennium Falcon without light speed zooms ahead of you, and your super, I don't know, Lamborghini spaceship just says poof. It really doesn't make sense thematically. Of course, the engine of the Lamborghini is much better than this wreck of a ship that should have been thrown away for 20 years ago. It really doesn't make sense. And a lot of the things in this game is all up to one roll of the dice. There's no mitigation. Well, there are a couple of ships that can do this, but normally there's no mitigation for the one roll you do. And it can really mess up things for you. And having that single roll to mess up everything, and sometimes you just have to do it. But yeah, I dislike that the randomness is that big in this game. I do enjoy the game. I like to play it. I like the feeling it gives. It gives me this Firefly feeling without actually being anywhere near the Firefly universe. And you can play these scoundrels or heroes that lives on the edge of the law and stuff. You can choose to do that, but the randomness is So if you really dislike randomness, you won't like this game, because the dice will control a lot. So there are many things I have not mentioned here in this game so far, but you get the flow of the game, and there are many more elements here that will surprise you on the way, but I really like it, how it's all put together. I just have to find a better way to handle the dice, and being a very clever roll and move game in disguise, kind of. But it's an enjoyable game. I have ordered backed the expansion on Kickstarter because I really enjoyed playing this, but yeah, the randomness. But okay, this is a recommendation from me. It is. Just keep in mind the long playtime with many players and a lot of randomness, but it's an enjoyable time anyway. Okay, thanks for watching, and of course, have fun gaming. See ya!
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.